Good morning, my fellow garden tools. Hope everybody is doing well on this Tuesday morning. You'll have to think about the days. All the days run into each other for me. Because, each day I have a plan for what I'm going to do, and then something always goes kind of weird, like my air conditioning. So I did come out this morning, and I was able to get quite a bit done. But y'all know, everything takes longer than you think, and you always have a longer list when you leave the garden. So what I did this morning is just check all the plants to make sure nobody died, because I sprayed very heavily last night with the Captain Jack's Dead Bug Brew. And so everything is fine. Everybody's happy. I'm still seeing ladybugs. I'm still seeing bees. Nobody's passed out and on the floor. So I'm happy about that. And then the next thing I did was another part of my fertilization, which is the 511 and some plant food. So I think I talked about it already. So at the beginning of the month, I want to try to give everybody some compost, everybody some plant food to include the flowers, so if they get plant food, all of the flowering plants will get more bloom. And then everybody gets some 511 and also some granular fertilizer for the veggies as well, and some coffee grinds. Now, I'm not doing all that at one time, and I hope I'm not repeating myself, but I just try to do one of those things a day at the beginning of the month. So at least by the 10th, everything is done, and then next month we'll do it over again. So that's not something that I've done in the past, but I feel like I'm taking better care of my plants this year. So that's what I'm doing for them. So I also did a few more things, so let me show you what I did. So first of all here, this is the Eden trellis, and you'll notice there's no shade cloth on here. And I feel like the mustard greens inside, which are down here, are kind of taking a hit. They're not getting a lot of sun, which is good, and which is bad. They're not getting a lot of sun because the loofah leaves, I don't know if you can see, are really starting to cover the top. They're going crazy, which is quite different from last year. And so I went ahead and I took the shade cloth out, and we'll see how everything does, because now the loofah plant is providing shade. So you can see in here, I also sprayed these plants too, because y'all look at this. And look at 8. I just left it. I probably should just go ahead and pick it off, but I felt like it needed a little energy to grow back. I don't know if it can. And I'm gonna call this like the sunshine patch, y'all, because I have the little sun right there. So he's gonna be my sunshine patch. And he has a really big, huge ground cherry in it. And but I couldn't open up the gate because the ground cherry had gone like way over here. So what I did was I took like this little fence that I got from the dollar store, and I stuck it in here to kind of wrangle Mr. Ground Cherry. And you see he has lots of ground cherries on him. And there's also some zinnias and the Malabar spinaches in here. So this place is very happy and going wild. Y'all can see the strawberry patch because I forgot. I'm glad I'm filming this because I forgot that I need to cover this up. I got some strawberries off. Some of them were a little retarded, if you can still say that. But I'm gonna cover this back up, and I just enjoy looking at it. Y'all look at those runners. Some of the runners have roots. I already know what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna share that with you as soon as I do it. And then over here in the scarlet beans, I also took another piece of fencing, and I had these in my front yard, so I wasn't using them. And the runner beans were coming over the side, so I just wanted to kind of keep them out of the way. Y'all, try to keep the pathways as clear as I can. And so this was a really good way to do that. And y'all, it fit perfectly. Look at that. So now I got some more ideas for these cement mixing trays. And then also over here this morning, I did a little bit of chopping on, just a teeny bit on my cucumber plants. Y'all, my cucumber plants are not as big as I thought that they would be. They don't look good, but they're doing well. I have quite a few Armenians coming on, and one muncher cucumber. That's it. So I tried to take some of the yellowing leaves off. They do have powdery mildew. The ladybugs are everywhere. And then this guy right here, again, I'm glad I'm filming because I forgot I want to chop him off. He got infested with a bug. He has a hole in him. And I want the plant to make good babies. So that one is going to go. And in the tomato cage, I also took some more lower leaves off that was showing a little bit of signs of stress and disease, because I don't want the disease to go up. And y'all, look at Andre the Giant. I decided maybe later on this evening, I'm gonna get my ladder and I'm gonna try to train Andre the Giant over the trellis. Like, I'm gonna just put some clips on him and see if he'll grow that way instead of straight up, because y'all, at this point, I can't reach Andre the Giant, and he's making tomatoes up there. Y'all, I always gotta take a look at my celery babies. They are so beautiful, and I grew all of these from seeds. I'm so proud of myself. Y'all, look at this ground cherry, and it's growing in one of those dollar store pots too. It is quite magnificent, I must say, but quite wild at the same time. Y'all, look at that. I had to take one of these off today because it was showing some signs of rot, and it's still good because I think I caught it because I'm always looking at the, oh y'all, look. I found a humongous jalapeno pepper back here. I gotta get that off. I don't know how big these are supposed to get. I might just take one off and eat it anyway, because there's more growing. Y'all, these hot banana peppers, I let some get kind of big and I ate them and they tore my mouth up. So I think I need to start picking these at a younger stage because they're hot banana peppers. Hey, baby tomato. Y'all, my mint blew up. I'm glad. I think I'm gonna have to replant some of these plants someplace else, just in another container, which would be cool. What are you? And then we have the oregano down here, and it's growing too with some weeds. I gotta pull some weeds. Y'all, wanted to make a note of this. I don't know what I did in these planters. These are tomatoes, but I did put some basil in here, and I feel like this is the lettuce leaf basil. Now look how big those leaves are. It doesn't look like the other basils that I have. This one does, but it's still like really big, and I don't know what I did. But I'm gonna be chopping these down probably this weekend, and y'all can smell it on my hands. It smells so good. Y'all, I never talk about my begonias. But I do like them a lot. They just add a pop of color, but I just don't pay attention to them. They just look cute. Y'all, I also had to make note of this. This is the purslane. Y'all, look at this thing. It was just, I looked at a video a few weeks ago, and when I first planted this, and this thing, I just picked it up out of some other planters and stuck it in, and oh my goodness. It turned, I can tell this is an invasive species. This is a weed, but it's quite beautiful when it blooms. So yeah, that be that. And I noticed we are getting some zinnias getting ready to bloom. Hey, 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 buttercups. Y'all, look at the sweet potatoes. And they're off. And look at the pumpkin. And raptor. Y'all, the pumpkin is off as well. That is absolutely beautiful. The Fruit Loop plant is done for right now. So I'm gonna cut off all these little berry things. So this is note to self that needs to be done. Put that on the list. And I'm sure Mr. Fruit Loop plant will have another showing soon. And note to self, we need to deadhead this knockout plant. Y'all, these knockouts are getting ready to bloom like crazy. It has lots of heads on it. And another note to self, the sunflower has lots of dead heads, and I need to take those off also because we have more sunflowers are coming on. Look at that one right there. So beautiful. Now look We have more sunflowers down at the bottom coming. Oh, he got kind of trampled yesterday when we were doing the air conditioning. Sorry. This other white knockout rose is also getting ready to get going again. Hey, Mr. Buddha. Now look at all this. All that crap. I need to take care of that. Well, I can tell you one thing for sure. I can never say there's nothing to do in the garden. There's always something that needs to be done. Oh, let me show y'all something else. I'll probably show him on the harvest video, but this is one of the red bell peppers that I took off, and I only took it off because I felt it and there was a spot like right here that was soft. So I know that's some rot coming on. It doesn't have any other really bad spots. That spot right there is just where it was growing on. It was like stuck in between some of the armpits of the plant. And so I went ahead and I took it off, and I'm gonna probably eat this on some fajitas today. Yeah. I was gonna say I might could use a green one too, but I don't have any green ones left on there. I don't think. Uh-oh, you're in danger of getting eaten today. It's the end of the day on Tuesday. And I planted some of the cacti. So you'll see a video about that maybe before the garden diaries come out for this week, which is week 15, y'all. I'm so excited. The garden has been going really kind of more like 16 weeks, but y'all got to see 15 weeks. But it has transformed quite a bit. And I did not do a garden tour for this week. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that or not. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Because things have changed since last week, I have to say. Let me show y'all what I did. Right there, I planted a little cacti terrarium. Now, I've never planted cactus before, so y'all, we're gonna keep our fingers crossed. I hope they live, but y'all look at this area. This is the sky garden. And yes, these bamboos are actually my pepper forest. So I can barely see in there, but when you look, it's like a whole nother world over there. So that's pretty cool, I think. I like that. I was gonna move the cactus someplace else so when I first come in the garden I could see them. But I was like, you know what, I kind of like that. And y'all still have a bunch that need to be planted. So I'm thinking maybe to get another planter that's similar in size to that and just put them all together. So I'm gonna show you how many I have left. Good day, mates. Y'all, I don't think I came out this. Y'all hear that? Yeah, we got angry skies right now, but I don't have any confidence that it's gonna rain because, y'all, the rain, it cometh and it goeth around here all the time. So, what I've been doing, I have a little rain preparation that I do. And I also did a few things out here this morning, but I don't know if I recorded it or not because I was in a rush. But I got what I needed to get done. So let me show you what I've done today. First of all, this is the land of forgotten plants. So I think these are all marigold plants. They're either, I want to think that they're cosmos, but I don't think so. I think these are marigolds, and they were growing in my wood chips. So I picked them all up in one place. And then this is some type of a melon plant. At first I was thinking it was a loofah plant, but I just really do not know what that is. And then this, I believe, is a tomato. Now, I got stuff growing everywhere, and I don't know how it got to where it got, especially these marigolds. All right, so let me go on. Uh-oh, y'all, look at that. I'm gonna have to pull that off. Y'all, it's actually starting to rain. But what I found with those red bell peppers is, like, at this point, This is the second one I'm gonna have to pull off. I'm gonna pull it off before I go in the house. It's starting to show some signs of rot. It's not blossom end rot, but it's okay because I can eat them the way that they are. Also, what I did was I put vegetable fertilizer down, the granular fertilizer on everything that's fruiting. And then also I put nitrogen, or should I say coffee grinds. Y'all, I'm not concentrating because it's raining now. I put coffee grinds in all my berries, the ground cherries. I think I missed the blueberries this morning. And I did the strawberries. Yeah. So we're gonna see how that goes, y'all. I also put some coffee grinds on my lemon plants. And I didn't research it or anything, so that's a little bit of an experiment, y'all. I hope I don't kill them lemon plants. Geraldine and Gerald would not be happy if I did. Y'all, this is the tomato trellis, and you can see Andre the Giant. He's missing. Where is he? No, Andre the Giant, I tied him down to the trellis to see if he'll like kind of grow outward instead of up. So that is an experiment because I've never had any tomato this far in the season grow that big. So we're gonna see. I also had to do some tying down up here as well because y'all, I will have melons on the roof, for real. Okay, gotta run in the house now, it's raining. These, I could smell them when I took them off the vine. They smell so good. I already had one yesterday because it was showing some rot on it as well. So I went ahead and I took it off and I ate like 3/4 of it. So I still have a little bit left on that. And then this was a one of the blonde bell peppers, and it tried to commit hara-kiri. I cut all, this is all that was left from that one, but it did have some rot. But y'all, this rest of this is pretty good, and I want to taste it. Only thing that I observed, and this could be because this was small, it hadn't reached its full maturity, so the skin or flesh is kind of thin, as you can see. So I don't know if the mature one will have like a thin flesh, but let's taste it. Y'all, okay, let's talk about something. I think this might have been cross-pollinated. It's right next to my hot banana peppers. Now it's not hot, but it has just like a tinge of spiciness, and it tastes like a banana pepper, like a really, really mild banana pepper. And it's just a smidge sweet, but not that sweet. And I can't really like tell you right now what it would be good on, but it's a little flat. And I think I have to wait until I get like a mature one to really give you a review of this. But it's not bad. I could put this on a salad. So y'all know I'm gonna keep this piece, okay? Now also this morning, I made a mistake and I knocked off one of the Jelly Belly tomatoes. So it's still in this green stage, but I was like, I wonder what it tastes like green. And it looks like a grape, doesn't it? I'm sure it should be a lot bigger than this, and I'm sure it should be a lot riper than this, but you know what? I was gonna bite into this, but I'm gonna put this in the windowsill with the other tomatoes and see, just see if it's gonna turn. I don't think that it will, but we'll see.